Good evening, everyone. Good evening, guys. Host, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. You're welcome. You are live, so you can continue, sir.
Profile. It's good to have you in the class. Okay. Let me share the screen for today's. We have been doing group with simple questions without involving associates. I told you we are going to involve associates. Then by Monday, by God's grace, we start with fellow subsidiary to make it starts with the normal professional level. Question they can ask the corporate level. But all the adjustments are the same, unless the application of the standard. I will use the opportunity to recap certain things. I also tell you, we start this class by defining group account is account of the parent and the subsidiary, prepared and presented as if they are a single entity. Professor Emile, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. We start by saying what is group account? There is account of the parent and subsidiary, prepared and presented as if they are a single entity. Having said that, we said what are the various ways parents can acquire a subsidiary. We talk about cash payments, we talk about share consideration, we talk about dividend consideration, share estate for the loan of subsidiary, and contingent. And in most of the questions, we treat combined cost of investment. When more than one cost of investment is used to acquire a subsidiary. More than one cost of investment is used to acquire a subsidiary. We talk about that too. So, and we put all the various cost of investment, the application to use. Then after that, we move to retained earning. Instead, the retained earning must be known. That of the subsidiary must be known at date of acquisition. There are some certain situations, retained and date of acquisition will not be given. That is warrant you to calculate it. No problem. We give you a formula for that. We say retained and date of acquisition plus profit for the year, either profit or loss for the year ended was equal to retained earning statement of financial position. When do I know I'm going to apply this formula? I said you are going to apply this formula when it is during the year acquisition. What do we mean by doing the acquisition? When the date of acquisition to date of consolidation is less than 12 months, like 6 months, 7 months during the year, they acquire during the year. If that be the case, you all know that retained will not be given, then I will apply the formula. Having said that, we'll talk about goodwill. Before going to goodwill, we'll talk about NCR. How do we value NCR? We say NCR can be valued in two ways. It's either it is share proportionate or fair value. I say, how do I know it is share proportionate? The question will be silent on the indication of fair value. No indication. It means it's silent. No indication of fair value. Then you will see fair value. Say company policy. That is a company policy to use share of proportion. Having said that, we say, how do we know it is fair value? Before that, I will tell you that goodwill, but using share proportionate method approach, if NCR is valued using share proportionate method, that the goodwill belongs to the parent only. And in case there is impairment, it needs to suffer the impairment only. Then we move to fair value. Said on fair value, talk about how can we know it is fair value using current situation. How do you know it is fair value? I say in exam, you can only see one of these four inside the question. It will show it's an indication it is fair value. One, market price per shares of the subsidiary or NCR. Because it's the same company. Why do we say market price per share of the subsidiary or NCR? The same company. We have NCR. We have the subsidiary. The market price of subsidiary cannot differ from the NCR. So some question will tell you the market price per share of the NCR. While some will tell you market price per share of the subsidiary. It's the same thing. The market price per share of NCR and the parent, if they give that of the subsidiary, it cannot be the same, it cannot be different. It's always the same thing. That's why we tell you that don't worry. Question can say market price per share of subsidiary, you can also say that of the NCR. Because in the same company, we have parent and NCR. And for that subsidiary, two owner, parent and NCR, the market value of each of them must be the same. The parent cannot have different market value in subsidiary, and NCR have different market value. So market price per share of NCR or subsidiary will be given. If they give me this, what is my own duty to valuation of NCR? The percentage of the NCR times the total numbers of shares times the market price per share will give me the value of NCR. They only give me the market price per shares. By the time I multiply it with total numbers of shares in existence, and you know how to get the total number of shares. We said the total number of shares equals to values of shares all over nominal value. If you convert it to units of shares, by the time you convert it to units of shares, you multiply by the percentage of the NCR based on the group structure times market price per share of subsidiary NCR will give you that is the value of NCR. We said secondly, fair value of the whole subsidiary. Fair value of the whole subsidiary. What do we mean by that? Fair value of the whole subsidiary. Instead of giving the fair value of the NCR, they say the company has 100% of the company as the fair value. The fair value of the company, of the subsidiary, at 100%, they will give you, where you will now multiply the percentage of the NCR on the fair value of the whole subsidiary. And the question will give, third, the question will give you fair value of the NCI directly, not O now. NCI, they will give you. If they have the application, no require working, I will just put the figure, fair value of the NCI, give me to the question. Then, fourth one, goodwill attributed to NCR. Goodwill attributed to NCR will be given. So goodwill attributed to NCR, if they give me that, that means they will say that you play penalty without goalkeeper in front of, in the post. So what will I need to do? I said I get the goodwill of the parents, add it to that of the NCR to get the total goodwill. Or I say cost of investment, goodwill attributed to NCR, NCR percentage of the net asset, add it everything together with the cost of investment. It will give me purchase consideration. I will less the net asset and get my goodwill. That is what we said. That is what we said. Then, having said that, said we move to associate, which we are going to put it to practical use today. We move to associate. Say who is associate? We standard talk about associate, IAS 28, equity method. What does he say? He say, oh, when investment is recorded at cost, thereafter adjust for post-acquisition changes in the net asset. Who is an associate? I say investment are range between 20% up to 50% joint venture. IFRS 11 talk about joint ventures and joint operation, but the segment joint venture should be accounted for using IAS 28. Therefore, I will apply IAS 28 to it. I say, what are those things that concern you when there is in line with IAS 28? What are those things that IAS 28 talks about? Say impairment, if there is impairment, the asset has reduced. The asset of the parent or investor, as the case may be, has reduced in value. What is my own duty? I was okay, credit cost of investment in associate. I will not debit retain any of the parent. Then, having said that, we said loan to associate. How do we account to loan to associate? We said loan to associate. Add back the loan to associate. Say add back the loan to associate in cost of investment. Loan given to associate. To add it back to the cost of investment. Do not credit loan liability. Do not credit loan assets in where? In parent loan. Because parent is giving loan to what? Associate. And the rule says you are part of the group. Don't give loan to each other. Don't give loan to your associate. What do you now do? Parent will have recorded it as what? Investment, loan investment in non-current asset. Statement of financial position. The other person will have recorded it as a liability, the associate, in his own account. The rule says add back the loan to associate, to investment in associate. If I debit investment in associate, I will not credit to remove that loan. I will not credit loan investment in parents' account when I'm consolidating. But associate giving loan to the parent, the standard does not provide it until today. No standard talk about loan given to associate, how it should be treated, where to debit and credit. So no question can come that associate will give loan to the parent. It is only one direction. Parent can give loan to associate. It's different from subsidiary. Subsidiary can give loan to parents. Parent can give loan to subsidiary. But loan from associate to the parent was not recognized in the standard. And you all know what the accountant say we should do, we will do. We talk about share of profit, talk about, without wasting much of your time, let's apply all these things we have talked before on associate to live question so that we can see. So let's start with the coastal. Immediately in exam, let's assume we are in exam hall. They now give me this question number one. What is my own duty? Within the 15-minute reading time, I will read everything. I will read everything. I told you that if you don't read any questions with your 15-minute reading time, please read number one all to the fullest. Determine what type of investment you have. We say parent and subsidiary, or fellow subsidiary, parent subsidiary, or with associates. You will not bring your calculator out. You bring your calculator out. You bring your calculator out. How? After bringing your calculator out, go to where you will see investment. Don't open everything yet. Within your limit time, understand the investment you have. You can use with your calculator. Let's go to where the investment. They will talk about the investment in the question. Let's do it. Now, additional information one. We are still going to want to know what are the giving subsidiary. They just give me, they did not indicate. Custom. They not tell me here now. Custom bought 45 million ordinary shares in TFC on April 1, 2011. Oh, he bought 45 million shares in TFC. What is my own duty? I will go to the share capital. Oh, look at the share capital. Which company is this? Go up, look at this is custom. This one bought 45 million shares in TFC. No problem. I will go there. 45 million ordinary shares in TFC. What is the share in TFC? 50. I will convert it to the total number of shares. I will quickly do this with my calculator to know the type of investment I have in the question. I will now say, okay, convert it total number of shares equals to the value. This is the value. Divided by the nominal value of 1 naira. Give me 50. I quickly test that. Okay, bring my calculator out. 45 divided by, I will now say 45 divided by 50 times 100, which will give me what? 90%. I will say, okay, no problem. TFC is a subsidiary. Within the just calculator, within that 15 minutes, oh, I have a subsidiary. TFC is a subsidiary. I will now go, okay, I've gotten that, I will not read again. I will just go to this, which we want to still talk about. I will still come back to it, but I want to know which investment is the other one, the Domino. Then I say, oh, Costco also bought 10 million in Domino on 1st July 2011. Oh, Domino, you purchased 10 million shares. What is the total number of shares in Domino before you bought 10? I will quickly test that. I say, okay, let me go to the equity shares. Domino, this is Domino. Yes, I mean, value 25. At the nominal value of what? 1 naira. Total numbers of shares equals to values of shares over nominal value. 25 divided by 1 will give you 25. How many shares does he buy? Oh, he bought 10 million shares. I will not be my calculator. I will say, okay, 10 million divided by 25 times 100. To know number of shares, I will say, oh, 10 million divided by 25, which is giving 40%. 40%, I know investment between 20 to 50%. It is called what? Associate or joint venture. It's not up to 50%. Oh, it is an associate. 40%. With this, I will now open everything. And that's how I open everything. All the account. What are the account name? Statement of financial position. I will say PPE. Don't forget, we don't consolidate associate. We will show investment in associate. I will now write the ID to consolidated statement of financial position. I will, as also here, that first March 2012. I will say PPE 180 plus 43, investment plus 27. Oh, I will write goodwill. After writing my goodwill, I will leave that 39 space. Because of those things that are come there, I will put everything down. I'll go to current assets, inventory, receivable, cash, bank, leave one line space, I put total assets. I'll go again, that's okay. Equities and liability, share capital, share premium, retain earning, NCR. If there is no share premium in question, and the person you share consideration, that is why you need to leave one line. No problem. Standard does not tell us the arrangement. We are the one that take it. Just say equity. Normal thing, even normally push shares up. But it was not confirmed in any statement in that the any cannot start first because the is also equities. But it's just a normal procedure. People assume to share capital can start. Share premium, retain the next year. In case there was no share premium in the question, you write your capital, retain NCR, leave space. I told you that your equity share capital, share premium, retain any net, retain any revaluation surplus, and what other component of equity. We make the sum of it. And no question can carry 5. Payable square liability, I open that. Payable 29 plus 18. Bank over that, I will not open it because that they don't consolidate associates. We only report investment in associates, statement of financial position under non-current assets, which I will have put there, investment in associates. Oh, dividend proposed, yes. He has right the liability, 13 plus 5. This is what I do. The next thing, I will now say group structure, I open account, group structure, return of subsidiary, determination of net assets, oh, goodwill, after goodwill, return of the value of NCI, I will now put investment in associate. That are the account to complete this one. In the next 5 minutes, I open everything. In short, in a start, I open everything. The person behind you say, he just give us question, no. This man has 9 or 10. Say this one a good role. You will not know that you have been strategic to get your time and also get mark. Without a loan, from between 3 to 5 alone. Please, right. Okay, let's not take the question now. There's nothing up here. Let's read before we go to the solution. Coastal PSC is a large company based in Lagos. It has shares only in 2 other companies. They are called TSC and Domino. Those people that used to patronize all these things will know this very well. Statement of financial position show below all the 3 companies as follows. We've given us all the go assumed to be correct. Unless there's a typo. Okay. The product and the following budget is to be taken in so far as it's relevant. Boston bought 5 million ordinary shares in TFC. That one will determine my group structure, which I've known earlier. I'll go to the group structure. Parent 90%, NCR 10%. Hope it's not related to network or you are not getting me. Yes, you can confirm. Proper video. Probably, my host,
I can hear you.
is everything clear from your side?
Sir?
Okay. So because I will determine the group structure. I will determine the group structure. You are saying the audio is bad.
Yeah, check your network, sir. I've been saying something this morning. Just check the network. Or you will start.
That is restart.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let me restart my system, please.
Yeah.
My prof, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's clearer now. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you share the screen?
Yes, let me share the screen. Can you see this? Can you see the screen?
Yes, brilliant.
Okay. Okay. Now, the question questions that we are on before the break in transmission. Now, what we are saying is this. Coldstone PS is a large public limited company based in Lagos. It has shares holding into other companies. These companies are called TFC and Domino. I hope this thing is clear now. I will be disappointed if it's saying, oh, thank God, the voice is clear. Now, sir, okay, thank you very much for that. Now, what we are saying that he has two companies, you have test run it. One is a subsidiary, the other one is an associate initially. So we want to look at what the question is saying before we even go to any solution yet. Let's see. Cost open 45 million ordinary shares. We have used that one to determine the group structure. The consideration consists of immediate cash payments. A minute, please, let me take. Sorry, my wife just came in. The consideration of immediate cash payment of 58 million, together with a deferred payment of 30 million, due on 1st April 2013. I have told you, always watch out for that trap. When deferred consideration is, please let it be in your memory. When am I consolidating? Deferred to 2013. When does he acquire? 1st of April 2011. Oh, his date of payment, 2013. Date of acquisition to date of payment, 2 years. Then when does he ask me to consolidate? If you look at the financial statement, which financial statement does he give us? Okay, 31st March 2012. 31st March 2012. You are asking me to consolidate in 1 year's time, and you are giving me date of payment in 2 years' time. That is what we did. This is what you should be expected in case they want to test deferred consolidation. The date of consolidation and date of payment will differ. I only need interest of 1 year now, not interest of 2 years. But I'll get my present value using the 2 years date of payment. When it's paying, I'll discount not 1 year. But I only need interest of 1 year. I've gotten that. Now I say, okay, but no record has been made of the deferred payment. Out of the two, consideration, after cost of investment, always ask the question. You have to ask the question, has it been accounted for? Has it been recorded? You should know. If it is recorded, oh, you credit investments, like the 58 million now, we must credit it. I will not take it, debit the cost of investment for goodwill calculation. But no record has been made. They've not record deferred consideration. Maybe the accountant does not know what to do. Okay, I will not do the recording for him. If I say, okay, the present value, after discounting it, cost of investment, the present value of the cost of investment will be debited. The finance cost, the interest, parent will suffer it. I will debit his account. The liability, we are consolidating 1 year. That's why they don't give us no current liability. 1 year account. I will now put it in where? Current liability. Let's treat that information. 1, also cost of capital can be taken to be 10%. They've given us cost of capital. I will now go to this. Let me share the solution so that we can pick this number 1 and treat. This is the solution. This is the solution. Working into quality one bed. Okay, okay, let's go to additional information one. Look at the one. How to determine the group structure. You have done that. So 45 over 50 will give you acquire 45 million shares over 50 times 100, 90%, parent 90, NCR. You put it in the group structure immediately to earn some mark. You won't wait for the end. You put it in immediately. Group structure, parent 90%, NCR 10%, I will say 40%. So near no mark for that. You have done that. Okay, let's go to the cost of investment. Cost of investment, used to cost of investment, cash payment, deferred consideration, to cost of investment. Under cash payment, accounting entry, because it has been recorded, investment, I will credit. If I'm crediting investment, what am I doing? Minusing from it. Then cost of investment, debit for goodwill calculation. Immediately you post that to, no story, you post that to MR. Go to your statement of financial position. You will see it minus 58, investment of the parent plus investment of the subsidiary minus 58. Minus 58, because it has been recorded. We now take it to calculation of the goodwill, cost of investment, goodwill. I will take it there, goodwill. Look at it. Look at it here. Let's go down. Cash payments for goodwill. Now, I'll go to the deferred consideration, everything. I will now submit. You all know the formula for deferred consideration. Present value equals to visual value, bracket 1 plus half, or raised to power n. We don't know the present value yet. The visual value is going to pay 30 million. The rate, 10% cut of capital, 10% or 0.1. Numbers of years from the date of acquisition to date of payment, from 1 for 2011 to 1 for 2013, 2 years. But from the date of acquisition to date of consolidation, just 1 year. They ask him to consolidate for 1 year, not 2 years. Okay? The present value, I will not substitute the formula. But the question, if you now go down, that's why you must read everything. If you go to the question, he has given me the discount that I will use, which is 0.83. 0.83. 0.83. He has given me the discounted value I will use, which I will multiply. Let me show you that. Now, look at the last additional information. 11. The present value factors for 10% may be taken as follows. Although if you do it the same way, you might get to 0.83 to something. So it doesn't want them to have, the question wants us to have the same answer. So he has given us the present value for year 1, for year 2. So no need of discounting. I will just multiply my 30 million. Or how much does he pay for the deferred consideration times 0.83 to get the present value. But in the case we are not giving, you know how to put up 1 plus r bracket raised to power minus n. But here he has given me the requirement. The question has given me what to do. So I will adapt my solution to the question. So let me share again so that you see. Now you see, that is why we are now adapting. 30 times 0.83 will give me what? 24.9. I need to determine the interest. Future value equals to present value plus interest. Who will suffer the interest? The parent account. I will now say 30 minus 2.4.9 equals to interest. The interest I will now get 5.1 is for 2 years. But I was asked to consolidate. I cannot use 2 years interest. Therefore, where is my amortized table? I need interest of 1. because I'm asked to consolidate in 1 year's time, I will now say year 1, which is from 1st for 2011 to the 31st March 2011, the present value. What is the interest? 10%. 10% of 24.9, you give me the closing liability for the current liability. I'll go to the current liability. I don't need to do the second one in exam. I don't need, I only need this. But we can also do, because we are in a learning class, 7.3, 10% of it, we approximate 30. This is the one I need. Accounting entry now, accounting entry to be this, present value, debit, cost of investment, 24.9. Can you see for the deferred consideration, 24.9. For the cash payment, 58. Finance cost, 2.49. Debited to who? Return of the parents. And current liability, credited, 27.3. Immediately I will say it has not been recorded. I will help you to record everything. Total cost of investment now, cash payment of 58 plus the deferred consideration, give me 82.9. We go to my goodwill calculation. Although the cash payment has been recorded, but I've credited investment, I've removed it to take it to cost of investment. So my total now is 2.9. The second leg, finance cost of the parent will be debited. And current liability, I'll post immediately, not waiting for everything to end. I'm posting, I'm getting marked immediately. I will just go to my statement of financial position. I need to debit return finance cost 2.49. Current liability 1 year. The liability of the 1 year, I will go to statement of financial position, get the liability of the 1 year. Current liability plus credit. When you are crediting liability, you are increasing it. 27.39. Look at on. Then for the goodwill calculation, total, I'll just take to the goodwill. Goodwill, 82.9. This is the goodwill. Cost of investment, 82.9. That is that for additional information 1. Let's take 2 minutes. React to this in case there's anything in 2 minutes, please. Because we have so many to do. Our time is fast spent. 2 minutes, please. React to this in 2 minutes. In case of anything we need to emphasize, you can react to it, ask question on this additional information 1, if it is not clear. In 2 minutes, let me answer it. One minute more. Okay. 1 minute more. Okay, in the absence of no other question, no any question concerning information 1, I have done with information 1. I will now go to information 2 to take care of information 2. Let me share the question to see what the information 2 says. Additional information 2. Coastal also bought 10 million ordinary shares in Domino on 1st July 2011. On 1st July 2011, he also bought 10 million ordinary shares. Out of how many? We have determined that to be 40%. Paying an amount of 25 million cash for this. This investment has been correctly recorded at cost. No problem. Part of investment, he has recorded. What is my own duty? Because we have to report investment in associate. He has recorded in his what? Investment. Look at it, he has recorded investment 83, 58 plus 25, 83. What is my own duty now? because I want to report investment in associate, I will not credit this investment by removing the 25. I will not go open cost of investment in associate. I will not debit because I want to report investment in associate. The question says, additional information 2. Goes on. We have determined the group structure there, 40% associate. He paid 25, which has been recorded. I will credit investment, then in the non-current assets, then investment in associate, debit 25 million, 25. How much he paid? I will now have adjusted, thereafter adjusted for post-acquisition changes in associate net assets thereafter, in line with IAS 28. No problem. What will I do? I will now say, let me show you the solution. Investment in associate, 25 cost. Then I will go to statement of financial position, remove the 25 credits. Because I'm still bringing this figure here. This 25 is part of this figure, investment in associate, with what has happened thereafter. That is what we are saying. Okay, I haven't said that. Investment in associates. Now this is it. Associate, 40%. How much does he pay? Cost of investment, 25. Investment credit, 25. Cost of investment in associate, debit, 25. Investment is reported, I will credit, minus. Because I'm still going to report cost of investment in associate. We don't consolidate associate. We don't consolidate associate. What do? We report investment in associate. That is that on additional information 2. Now, let's go to additional information. Additional information 3. Let's go to additional information 3. Additional information 3. Okay. Additional information 3. The share capital and the share premium of TSC and Domino have not changed since the respective date of acquisition. I've told you is only they will give you the share will change. Share only change when there is a bonus issue. And I will show you the accounting entry. And they don't use to test it at all, even in ACCA question. The retained earnings and reserve we are swallowed on the respective acquisition dates. They've given us the retained earnings reserve. We are swallowed. For TFC, retained earnings at date of acquisition, 10.6. For Domino, 9 million. But less of us take that of the TFC. I'll just pick when I'm doing my net assets at the date of acquisition, date of consolidation, post. Under items, I will go and pick what is their share. Share capital, 50. Share premium, 20. Retained earnings, they've given me 10.6. 10.6. They've given me 10.6. I'll put in the net asset, the date of acquisition. Domino retained earnings, what did they give me? Anytime they give you retained earnings of associate, what is in the question? That means you must share profit. Profit can only be tested in 2 ways. Share profit can only be tested in 2 ways. 1, they will give you retained earnings. Like this, they give you retained earnings. At the date of investing that 40%, he has 9 million in his retained earnings. I will now go to statement of financial position. Go and look at the retained earning. Does it make profit or loss? 12 million. When he was investing 9 million, at date of reporting, 12 million. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? I'll just say 12 minus 9. How many percentage is what? For the associate? 40%. 12 minus 9 times 40%. I will now credit. Where? My retained of the parents. And I'll debit investment in associates. I will show you the solution. Second way they can test me investment, share profit or loss. If it is loss, it will be the reverse. 12 million will be, instead of 9 million, it will be 12 million. Here you will not be seeing 9 million. When you are investing 12 million, a statement of financial position, 9 million, share of loss of associates. 12 minus 9 will now give me 3 times 40%. What is the accounting entry to raise? Credit investment in associates to come down with the loss. And debit return of the parent for the loss. Nothing more. Or they give you the profit for the year. If the question says, Domino made profit for the year, 3 million. It's only 2 ways. When they give you returning, go and compare it with one in statement of financial position. Second one, they give you profit for the year, direct of the associate, where you multiply the percentage on it. That's only 2 ways you can share profit or loss. Or they tell you, you make a loss of 3 million, direct, nothing more. Get the parts. Let me share the solution on additional information. 3. Now, let's go. Let's see the net assets of the subsidiary. Net asset of the subsidiary. Look at the net asset of subsidiary. Share capital, 50 million. Share premium, a pick on the book, 20 million. Retained earning, 10.6. That's all. Then, that of the share associate. Let me give you, let's go to additional information. Share of profit of associate. Share of profit. Statement of financial position, 12 million. At the day when you invest the 40%, 9 times 40%, 1.2. Return of the parent, credit. Cost of investment in associate, 1.2. I'll just go. I've opened return of the associate already. Investment in associate cost. Thereafter changes 1.2. I'll go to the return of the parent. Return of the parent. Share of associate profit 1.2. Let's take 2 minutes. Ask question concerning share of associate profit you need to know. Any question that is bothering you on that? And associate, let's take 2 minutes. So that will not make the thing complex. No. Group account is very simple. Immediately you open it, follow it, additional information. As you are calculating that in additional information, as you are calculating, you are posting immediately. No need to waste. You are posting, you have opened the next account now. You are just posting immediately. You are posting. Ask question on this. You remain 1 minute. That is 1 minute. You can still drop your question at any time. I will attend to it at the end of the class. But if you have questions, you can react. If I ask you to react to a question, you can ask questions so that we will not compile the problem Please. Less than 1 minute. Okay. Having said that, we have post additional information 3. I will go to additional information 4. Taking them additional information. Let me share the question again. I believe you have the question with you. And I hope you can see the screen. Additional information 4. We say the group policy to value non-controlling interest as very valid date of acquisition, and the goodwill should be calculated accordingly. On April 2011, non-controlling interest in TFC was fair value at what? 9.2 million. No impairment loss are considered necessary as at 31st March 2012. No impairment loss are considered. So they've given me fair value of NCI. If they now say the fair value of TFC is different from this now. If they say the fair value NCI, now they say the fair value of non-controlling interest. If they say the fair value of TFC as a whole, 100%, TFC is different from this one. No. What do? I will use the group structure. 10% on the fair value to get the NCI now. 10% on the fair value of the TFC as a whole. I'll put 10% on it. But this one, they give me the fair value of NCI directly, nothing more. 9.2. What do? I'll just add it to my goodwill calculation. Add NCI. They've given me. Add to goodwill calculation direct. Then I open value of NCI, date of acquisition, 9.2. I post it 2. Add to NCI. Date of acquisition, NCI, 9.2. Open it. Credit 9.2. Debit to cost of investment again. To add to the cost of investment. To give you the purchase consideration, NCI. Then I open NCI value, date of acquisition, credit, 9.2. The reserve. So let's go to additional information 5. Then we look at the two solutions together because there's nothing involved. On the acquisition date, the fair value of assets of TFC were equivalent to their book value, with 2 exceptions. Certain plots worth 4 million in excess of the book value on the day Keystone acquired its holding. 4 million in excess, revaluation surplus. My PPE, I will debit to increase it. It does not value it well. When person wants to acquire, value it now. They now see that, oh, this asset is now even 4 million higher. Okay? Then the reserve, a credit, 4 million. The reserve, a credit, 4 million. Necess. On date Keystone acquired it. Also, TFC investment carried at 27 had a fair value of 28 million. Oh, investment, they say it's 27. You to look at it. Investment, yeah. How much did they carry it before? 27. They now have a fair value of 28, the date of acquisition. Okay, increase in investments. I will debit the investment by 1. It has increased to make it up to 28. But after debiting it, I will go to the reserve because it's happening at date of acquisition. And anything that will go to the goodwill calculation must be at date of acquisition. What do? I will add 1 again to it. Reserve at the date of acquisition. The plant was estimated to have a 5 years useful life. Oh, I need to depreciate the 4 million excess. I would now say the 4 million divided by 5 useful life times date of acquisition to date of consolidation. And we are only consolidate for 1 year, not 2 years. 1 year. When I say 5 divided by 4 million divided by 5 times 1. Anything give me, PPE must be credited. Who is the owner of the asset? Subsidiary. I'll go to his adjusted return. The profit to declare. We did not charge depreciation correctly. Let me remove depreciation because depreciation is a pure L item. I will remove it from his account. Boom. Lobaton. Within less 1 minute, you are done. In exam, totality of 20, 25 minutes, you open everything. Before you know it, your mark is growing. Like my Mavro money then. Well, immediately you can get a reasonable mark. Within that 40, you can get like 30 upward. That means you always need to solve like 2 or 3 more questions. Unless you want to get a mark, you want to get a prize. So let us post this, let us show the solution for this so that you can see. And it is repetition in nature. This is how they go and look at the question. You will just see there. It's repetition in nature. Okay. I hope you can see the screen for the solution. The NCI value 92 is here. The NCI value they give us is 92. The 92 is here. The NCI value 92, rate of acquisition. Go to your goodwill calculation. Where is goodwill calculation? 92, 9.2. You made the purchase consideration, this. Okay, evaluation surplus. I had credit reserve for, go to the PPE, the statements, PPE plus 4. The depreciation elements there, depreciation. Let me see the calculation of the depreciation. 4. Evaluation surplus, PPE 4 million, reserve 4 million, depreciation 4/1 times 1, 4.8. I will credit the PPE. $4.8. I will now credit PPE 0.8. Adjusted return on subsidiary debit 0.8. Let me go to the statement of financial position. Look at it. PPE. PPE credit minus 0.8. Now go there. Adjusted return of this. Can you see it? Depreciation minus 0.8. That's all. For the additional information 4. That's all for the additional information 4. Now let's go to additional information 5. Let's go to additional information 5. It's very simple. Depreciation questions every year. Additional information 5. So we have done 5. 4 and 5. Additional information 6. During the year financial ended 31st March 2012, TFC has sold goods to Coastal amounting to 6 million. TFC subsidiary, he has sold to Coastal the parents. But who is TFC? Let's check on that. See the parent or subsidiary. Coastal is the parent. Coastal is the parent. TFC. During the year, he has sold to them. And I said, no problem. He has sold to Coastal amount to 6 million. This group has sold, inclusive of a markup of 50% on cost. 50% on cost. That is, there is a markup. 50%, 50 over 150. Is there any unsold? Yes. They say 30% of this good remain in the stock of Coastal at reporting date. Unrealized profit on inventory has entered. I said there is only 2 ways. Unrealized profit on inventory. 1, if there is unsold. 2, element of profit. How do you know element of profit? Markup, margin. Yeah, has something on the cost. Margin has something on the sales. then the formula one, which I've shown you in one of the calculations, but I will show you subsequently questions. Even today. Okay, times all this could still remain. How much is the total sales? 6 million. 30% of 6 million. What does it give us? 1.8. Markup of unrealized profit. 50 over 150 times 1.8. Anything they give us, I will debit the seller, which happen to be TFC subsidiary. I will not credit consolidated inventory. Let's go there for the solution. Unrealized profit on inventory. Unrealized profit on inventory. Total intergroup sales 6 million. Markup of 50. Unsold 30. Unsold in value 30 over 100 times 6, 1.8. Unrealized profit on inventory. Markup of 50%. 50 over 150 times 1.8 will give me what? 0.6. Accounting entry. Seller TFC. Debit is account 0.6. Consolidated inventory 0.6. Credit. When you are crediting inventory is an asset. As I'm crediting it, what am I doing? Removing from it. And debit seller 0.6. Let's see what we have done in the question. Yeah, let's see our posting. Adjusted retaining. You are the seller. Adjusted retaining of subsidiary. You said 0.6. Go to the consolidated inventory. 0.6. Minus is 0.6. That is all on that. Let's go to the new question. Let me go to the question and share. Additional information 7. Since acquisition, it's holding in Domino. Custom purchased 3 million of goods from Domino. Domino is the seller, which has cost Domino 2 million. All of these still remain in inventory at the reporting date. Who is a Domino associate? Selling to the parent. Is the one selling to the parent. Okay, what do we do in this regard? All the goods is still remaining. What is the profit element? 3 minus 2, 1 million. All the goods is still remaining. The 1 million, how many percent is it given to the parent? 40%. 0.4 times 1 million. Will give me 0.4 naira. That is 400,000. 0.4 naira. Okay, I haven't done that. The next thing, what does this IAS 28 says? If parent is the seller listing, debit retain, credit cost of investment. If parent is the seller, downstream transaction, upstream transaction. But if associate is the seller, you debit retain any of the parents. But the second leg will not go to the cost of it, will not go to the consolidated inventory. If associate is the seller, that is what IAS 28 says. If associate is the seller, credit consolidated inventory for the figure. He will not collect all the 1 million because there is a profit of 1 million. Out of the profit, he only remits 40%. Even parent is the seller. After he has selling, 40% my own out of this thing I'm selling, he will remove the 40%, send it back to the associate. That is what the sender says. On this, let me show you the solution so that you can see additional information 7. Let's go there. Additional information 7. I hope you can see the screen. Total sales 3 million. Cost of the goods 2 million. Profit 1 million. Unrealized profit on inventory. Consolidated inventory 0.4. Return of the parents debit 0.4. Let's see the posting now. Return of the parents debit 0.4. Return of the parents. Unrealized profit on inventory 0.4. Associate. Then you go to consolidated inventory minus 0.4. That is that. Then let's go to the question to go to the. Hope you can see the screen. Additional information 8. Now we are in 8. Additional information 8. There was an intergroup balance of 2 million owing by Coldstone to TFC at the year end. I told you, trade receivable, trade payable, reconciliation balances. It's only 3 things that can happen. Out of the 3 of them, one of this year. Intergroup balance of owing 2 million. They both agreed to the owing to 2 million, no problem. They both agree to the owing. What am I going to do? Trade receivable, you cannot owe yourself. You are a single entity. Parent cannot owe subsidiary. Subsidiary cannot owe parent. You eliminate by crediting 2.2. Then trade payable, you eliminate it minus 2.2 by debiting. That is that. But the other 2 scenarios, let's say parent says you are owing me 2.2. Say no, I have transferred the total money. Maybe he has not hit his own account. You cannot owe yourself. But unfortunately, the other one has transferred the whole money, 2.2. It's in transit, cash in transit. What do I do? You can owe yourself trade receivable minus 2.2 credit. Bank or cash debit. Bank or cash debit to increase my account plus 2.2. I haven't said that. No issue. Part is in transit. The third one. Part is in transit. Out of 2.2, he has said 1 million, not all total. Say, no, you are owing me 2.2. Say no. So I say he has sent 1 million. What do I do? There's only one of the 3 is waiting for you. Trade receivable, credit 2.2. 1 million is in transit, back, debit 1 million. The difference between the 2 is what we eliminate, which is 1.2. Trade receivable, debit 1.2. You debit against 1 credit. That's all. Now, then I say amount of 1.5 million was owned by Coldstone to Domino at the reporting date. Waka pass. Standard did not tell us about still receivable, payable of parents and associates. Standard only to tell us that only 14 or 5 that are considered relating to associates. He always give us only 4 or 5. 1, impairment, share of profit, share of loss, loan to associates, and non-realized profits. Then the last one, dividend pay. These are those things. And inside the notes is section 2, lecture 2, see the notes. This, any other thing, standard does not say we should do anything. So if standard give me this, what is my own duty? Waka pass. Standard did not tell me how to treat parents and associates intergroup trading balances. Unless the standard tomorrow updated and tell us. Even loan from associate to the parent does not believe we exist, that an associate cannot give loan to parent. Only parent can give loan to associate. So let me show you. But before then, let's see other so that I can show you the solution once. Okay. Even the last one is Coldstone has not accounted for any dividend received from its group company. Both Coldstone and TFC are proposed dividend showing the current liability. If they create an account, show proposed dividend. A dividend not show proposed dividend in account, waka pass. You cannot collect share of profit as you collect dividend. You cannot collect salary as you collect house allowance. You cannot collect salary as you collect clothes allowance, because clothes allowance is part of your salary. But he has recognized it in the current liability, proposed dividend that's going to pay. He has shown it, but he has not paid. Maybe he's tabled it to the shareholder to decide. But if they told you in anything, it has not been accounted for, and it is not shown as a board dividend. If it is as paid, we now eliminate dividend paid by associate. Dividend paid by the subsidiary. Now, both Coldstone and TFC. Normally, cash is coming in, we will pay the parent. Retaining will increase. It's paying the parent. The cash dividend paid to NCI is leaving the group. Does not, Mr. says it should not be recognized, should leave the group. Cash paid to NCI, I cannot see it. But cash paid to that of the dividend paid to that of the parent is an intergroup trading, which means to be eliminated. Okay. But it make it a purpose here. He has shown it in the current liability. So let's see the solution for the two. Okay. Let's go to additional information. Intergroup trading, trade receivable, credit, trade payable, debit. Then for the proposed dividend, he has shown it is giving the parent out of the 90%. It should be saying it's going to pay 5. He has proposed dividend of 5 is in his current liability. I'll also show you 5 times 0.9 give me 4.5. We will credit the return of the parent, the current liability debit to remove it, so that if you are to eliminate it, after they say, oh, he has paid dividend and has been recorded by this thing in any book, we will now eliminate by doing the reverse, by reversing it. So that is that. And next. So let me show you what is done in the statement of financial position. Trade receivable minus 2.2. Trade payable minus 2.2. The proposed dividend minus 1.5 out of this 5. Maybe you want to pay your parents 90% out of this 5 minus 4.5. Then you credit retain of the parents. Immediately you do the last, you just sum everything, get your net assets, you get your goodwill, the net assets, you pick the share capital, the share premium, they've given us retain valuation surplus of 4, increase in investment from 27 to 28, 1, we total it. After I total it, give us what? 85.6. Then cost of investment is a 2.9, which make up of deferred consideration and cash payments. One has not been recorded, one has been recorded, which shall be treated. Add NCI, NCI is at fair value 9.2, so 9.21. We now less the net asset date of acquisition 85.6, which gives me goodwill of 6.5 to be reported. And the question says there was no impairment. In case there is impairment, it is going to be shared between parents and who? And NCI. Then we have gotten that. Then we go to the return of the parent. As per statement of financial position, we bring it out. The finance cost on deferred consideration. The finance cost on deferred consideration, we put it 2.49. Share of associate profit, 1.2. Unrealized profit on inventory. He sold, the associate sold goods to him. So his unrealized profit retained must be what? Debited, 2.4. The dividend we propose, if out of the dividend you propose of 5, subsidiary propose, your own, we are going to collect 4.5. Let's add to your retained. So that next year when we are consolidating, the 4.5 we have collected with debit, we now credit the payable back. Or the proposed dividend, if you suppose another one, we eliminate. Share profit. Now for the post, our post, let's go to the post for the share profit. Then after adjusting as per SOFP 16, depreciation 0.8, unrealized profit 6, everything will give us 14. I'll bring the share capital still remain the same. The question says that the share premium remains the same. I will now bring the 14.6 down. Share of post now, 14.6 minus 10.6. Date of consolidation minus date of acquisition will give me 4. Valuation surplus does not evaluate further. Then increase in investment does not increase further. Like yesterday, like day before yesterday question, increase further. So the 4, how did they share the 4? Based on the group structure. I'll go to the retainer of the parent. Share profit is 0.9 times 4, 3.6. NCI value, NCI date of acquisition, 9.2. Share of the profit, 4 times 0.1, 0.4. Value of NCI to be reported, 9.6. Investment in associate, 25. We share a profit of 1.2. How do we know that the share of profit, what is at the reporting date? We compare it to what is what at date of investing the 40%. They gave us 9, 12 minus 9 times 40%, give us 1.2. We should have credit investment in parents. We have credit return of the parents. Share profit with debit investment in associate. That is that. Immediately with debit, we just go and consolidate. We add them up. PPE, 180 of the parent, plus that of the 43 of the sub, plus the valuation surplus minus depreciation to give you 226. The investment 83 plus 27, parent 83, 27, cash recorded minus 58, investment in associate recorded minus 1, increased by 1 for that of the subsidiary, making 28. Investment in associates, he paid 25 million plus 1.2 share to him, making 26.2. Then the goodwill, 6.5. Inventory, current asset, 46 of the parent, add that of the sub. There is a unrealized profit of 4.6, and there is an associate, unrealized profit on associate says 4.4, giving me 68. Trade receivable, that of the parent plus that of the subsidiary, intergroup sales must be eliminated, 2.2 for 3.8. Nothing happened to cash or bank, 8 plus 2, we just go to 10. We sum all this, will give me 408.7. Then I go to equities of the parent only. I go to the share capital of the parent in the question, 100. The share premium, 100. The retained earning that I've gotten, I sum it up, 138.4, which is in the working. NCI that is in the working, 9.2 plus the share profit, giving 9.6. Then the current liability, that of the parent, 29, plus 18 of the subsidiary, plus the deferred consideration I'll pay in 1 year, 27.3, minus intergroup trading of 2.2. Then proposed dividend, 13 plus 5 minus 4.5. 4.5 will be put to the return of the parent, then it will give me 13.5. If you sum it up, it will give me 408.7. On that note, that is the end of the question. On that note, that is the end of the question. So this is 8:30, almost 8:30:29. Please, any question on this particular question we have done? On this particular question we have done? On this particular question, any question or group that we have done so far, please. Drop your question, I will attend to it. What I've said so far, yeah, drop your question. Let me attend to it. Question 1 has come in. Let me see. Okay, my brother. Let me, my sister. Okay. Good evening, my first and foremost. Now, dividend is an intergroup trading. First of all, it must be eliminated. Just like the interest on loan. Just like the loan. You are collecting share of profit, you still collect dividend. Good. We will not have done anything if he has not put this thing. If he has not put dividend proposed. If he has not put dividend proposed, he has made provision in his book. I didn't just say in the statement that it has not been accounted for. Akabas. They say dividend proposed. 13 plus 5. He has proposed it. Out of that 5, who is he giving 90% to out of the dividend? He must give to the parents out of the 90. Out of the 5, 90% is the parent. Now, because he has not posed, so that after we consolidate and we now find that dividend is part of the retained earning of the parents, we must eliminate. If we did not eliminate now because the money is not in the account of the parents, that is why we credit his account 4.5 for the out of the 5. 90% of this 5 is going to parent accounts. You know, it's not there before. We are not putting it there. So that when we are going to eliminate the dividend, if he has been put in the retained earning before, we need to eliminate by debiting him 4.5. Even the 4.5 is there. He has recorded, so he has, both of them has accounted for the money. I said, that is wrong. You cannot collect dividend from me. We will not eliminate. So now, but the money is not part of his money yet. That is why, okay, crediting, so that we can easily eliminate later. That is what it's saying. Because the 4.5 belongs to him. I will now debit the dividend proposed 4.5. Hope is clear. Any question again, so that we can move to, you have 7 minutes more on this. Any question? Any question on this? You have 6 minutes more, so that we can move to the next question. Let's see how far we can take on that. How many minutes more on this? Okay, I hope there is no question. Because if there is question, it should have been dropped. Let's quickly move to question. Another question. Now, let me share. Let me share. Okay, we have lesson to learn from Postal. Okay. Eva, Sparrow, and Aldrich. Let's see how far we can take. Now, immediately give me the question. I will read everything. Immediately I read everything. Let's go. You ascertain the following additional information. The investment is statement of financial position comprises of solely Eva investment in Sparrow, 128,000, and in Aldrich, 90,000. Sparrow, let's see. Oh, he only give me investment, 218. I will now add the two together, 128 plus 90. Does he have other investments? 128, he has told me that solely investment he has. I'm not confirming the question, what he said, plus 90. Oh, 218. That's correct. Okay, the two investments. What type of investment do they have? Oh, look, the two investments. What type of investment do they have? Say 48 shares in Sparrow we acquire when Sparrow retain any balance to that 20,000. Oh, they've given me the retain any, the date of acquisition, 20. Then the 15,000 shares in Aldrich we acquire when the company had a retained earning balance of 150. Okay, please deliver consideration. You are going to wait the end of the question. If it's not possible, ma or sir, please, I will advise you can private chat me or call me at your leisure period in the weekend. So we can all private chat me at any time. I will respond to that. Deliver consideration. Adibi, you have said it within the appropriate time, but let's take time to forge ahead by taking this question so that your assignment, you can be able to attend it reasonably well. 48,000 shares in Sparrow we acquire when Sparrow retained earnings stood at 20,000. Okay. What type of investment does Eva add in Sparrow? What type of investment does Eva add in Sparrow? I will now say 40 years, 48,000 shares. I'll bring my calculator out of the 15 minutes reading time. I will go, let's go up and look. The share capital in Sparrow, 80. What is the nominal value? Okay, 1 naira ordinary. 80 goes in 1 naira, you give me 80. I now acquire 48. I will use my calculator. 48 divided by 80. What does it give me? 60%. 60% investment. Yeah, that is subsidiary. Oh, when the retained earning stood at 20. Then the 50 shares in added we acquire when the company retained earning balance stood at what? 150. When the retained earning balance stood at what? 150. No issue. He has a retained earning of 150. But what is the share you acquire? Let me test. You acquire 50,000 shares. Out of how many thousand shares? We are only talking about shares investment when you are talking about group account, equity investment, share investment. Okay, he has 50 at 1 naira. You give me 50. And you acquire 15. I will now say 15 divided by 50. Oh, 30%. 30%. And he has given me when the retained earning is 150. That means I can share the profit immediately. Profit or loss can be shared. I'll go to statement of financial position. I've known it's his associate because he has 30% investment. I'll go there and say, okay, retained earning. What is your 400? He made profit, 400. When he was investing, he has 150. Today, in the statement of financial, when we are consolidating, he has 400. I'll say 400 minus 150 times 30%. Okay. The next adjustment. When Eva acquires shares in Sparrow, the fair value of the Sparrow net asset equal to the book value.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. When Eva acquired the shares in Sparrow, the fair value of Sparrow net asset equal to the book value with the following exception. Property, plant, and equipment, higher. The 40, okay, 50, higher. What do I do? PP, debit. Oh, I will debit the PP. I will now credit the reserve. Is there any depreciation? I have not known. Already I read further. Said inventory 20 lower, sold during the year. Inventory lower, sold during the year. Said inventory lower, sold. Yes, my brother, I did not show the posting because of time. I want us to do it together. You will see it. Where I'm going, Google. You will see it now. You have even read here. Inventory, PPE, we have done that one so many times. None of this we have not done. But if you look at inventory, 20 lower, so during the year 2004. My man was telling me that it's very right for ICANN to sell fair value of inventory. It has not been tested. The ACCA question is common. Fair value of inventory lower, so during the year. One of the last two direct questions of ever in ACCA. They test it. Let me show you. In the question I give you, okay? Oh, show this screen. Let me share the screen. In our level, If you see one of the additional information, let's see one of the additional information. Okay, it's the first additional information cell. First one. If you look at it, at date of acquisition, some of lower inventory had a fair value of 12,000 in excess of the carrier value. All the inventory had been sold before the year end. That one, lower, sold. So please take particular cognizance of this fair value of inventory. Higher, so unsold, higher, sold. The four conditions I've shown you, I've put it out for you to see. Okay, let me go back to the question we are doing. Now, inventory 20 lower. That's what I said. Then depreciation, good. So, when it is fair value of inventory, what you need to do is only 4 ways. This can be tested in exam. And I've written the 4 ways out for you to see. It's an uncommon adjustment. They've never tested it in ICANN. But it can be tested. It passed. Inventory is part of the syllabus, IS2. And how the fair value of inventory be treated if it has been sold higher, lower. So let me show you the solution and go to that particular information 3, which is new, inventory. Now, let me go to the VAC. Now, this is EVA. Let me go to additional information to show you what I'm saying. I've listed it out for you to see. Fair value of the inventory. When it is higher, but unsold, it is higher, but unsold. The goods is in the inventory. The question will put it to you. Higher, sold, higher, unsold, lower. So they will put it to you. Tell the selling statement, or they must put it in the question so that we need to know what to do. If it is higher, but unsold, the inventory has been valued higher, but it still remains in the inventory, I will debit the consolidated inventory to include because it is higher than what it is supposed to be. That means it's undervaluing itself, the inventory before. The inventory is higher. I will debit consolidated inventory and credit the reserve, both at DOA and DOC. Higher but unsold, higher but sold, it is higher but sold. They've sold it. Adjusted return of the subsidiary, I will debit it. Adjusted return of the subsidiary, you are the one that sold it. It's higher but sold. You earn the profit. I will remove the profit for the account of the subsidiary. But the reserves, I will increase, your net asset are increased for good recalculation or with inventory that is higher. Your net asset has increased, no doubt. But you have sold this thing during the year. I will collect the money from his return. This is when it is higher but sold. If you know these two, its opposite is lower. Lower but unsold. Lower but unsold. Consolidated inventory, credited. I will credit it is lower than what you declare. I will reduce the value of the inventory. Reserve, I will debit the net asset to reduce the value of the net asset. But DOA and DOC. Lower but sold. Lower but sold. You have sold it. And what you sold is low, the value lower but sold. I will credit adjusted return of subsidiary. The reserve, both DODA, I will do what? Debit. Which is the question? The question says lower but sold. Adjusted return of subsidiary credit. Reserve, both DOA and DOC debit. So that is that. Now see the posting. Okay, let me show you the posting here first before we go back to the question. Said adjusted return, fair value of inventory, say I should credit, then fair value of debit. This is it. Because of our time, let's quickly go back to the question and see. Okay. Additional information 4. During the year, IFA sold inventory to Sparrow for 16,000, which originally cost 10,000. 3/4 of this inventory have been subsequently been sold by Sparrow. That means if 3/4 is sold, because it must equal to 1/4, it is not sold. Does it make profit on it? There is unsold. Is there an element of profit? Yes. It cost 10,000. You sold it at 16,000. That means you made a profit of what? 6,000 on it. No, the 6,000. So what do I do to the 6,000? That is the profit. But out of this, he has sold 3/4. So 1/4 is yet to be sold. 1/4 of 6,000 will give you 1.5, 1,500. Or use the formula I've given you, profit over selling price. That means the profit is 6,000. 6,000. From your calculator out, 6,000 divided by the 16,000 times the unsold. How much is the unsold? Now, said 1/4 is yet unsold. That is 4,000. 1/4 of the selling price is yet unsold. That is 4,000. It will give me 1.5. Or the total profit to realize 6,000. Out of the 6,000, he has realized 3/4. 1/4 is not realized. 1/4 of the 6,000 will give you 1.5. Anyway, there is a way. Impairment loss on goodwill is necessary. No impairment. It is the group policy to value not controlling interest on fair value. The fair value of the non-controlling interest acquisition days was 90,000. It produced a consolidated. Awareness here, they say it is at fair value. Cost of investments, which must be eliminated in the investment 128, I had in NCI 20. Maybe on Monday, we'll quickly do this one. Yeah. And I've given you assignment higher level to be submitted during the weekend. You have Saturday to Sunday to submit it to me privately before I send the solution to it. Before I send solution. So I'll be sending freestyle question. That's one of it. Thank you. If you have any question, you can drop it. Let me attend to it in 4 minutes. Oh, the deeper consideration you said. Somebody mentioned deeper consideration. What is deeper consideration? The English word deeper, postpone to future date. It must be postponed to future date. Then, when you are postponing to future date, you must discount it to the present value. You must count what you want to pay. I will acquire, but I will pay you later. Okay, that later, I want to know the value of what you are going to pay me later. Now, I will now use the formula. Present value equals to future value. Bracket 1 plus R or is over N minus N. To use it to discount it. I will not get the interest. I said you should always be take care of date of payments, date of acquisition to date of payment. You see the same thing at the date of consolidation. Most of the chart is never the same. So like the Coldstone question we did, the question asking us to consolidate in 1 year, but it's paying in 2 years' time. Please always take note of that. Always take note of that. Then you get the interest element on it. Who is going to suffer the interest is the parent for the unwinding interest. or the finance cost, I will debit his account of the parent. If I'm debiting account of the parent, I'm reducing it. Then the liability, my closing liability, either current or not current. If it is current, we will go to what? Current liability account. If it's not current, go there. So please, the next 3 minutes, Prof, allow me to end this class. The reason is well known to so that other classes will not suffer. Please, you have 2 minutes to ask a question. And answer
Okay, Prof. Yeah, we need to end now. We need to enter case study class.
Oh, okay. So let me. You can end the class, please.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful night.